am I doing?
I just had about a freak out right now because I used the same audio for my Star Trek series. And I'm like flipping around at other tabs and stuff. I'm like, no. Okay.
You're like, wrong intro, wrong intro.
Wrong intro. Well, thank you everybody for waiting. 3 minutes turned into 7 minutes really quickly.
It happens.
It happens, but we are not doing a faceless show today, but in the spirit of the Halloween times and everyone's doing costume shows and whatever, we thought it would be fun to kind of like, I don't know, lead up to it.
Oh yeah. It's
Oh,
Halloween.
yeah.
You can celebrate it all month.
It's a whole month thing. It's like a birthday month. It's the whole thing.
Exactly. Yeah.
And what was your inspiration for your costume today? Just kind of like
yeah, absolutely.
you know, something you had already.
Yes, I've done this costume before, and I think it's been probably 6 or 7 years. Mind you, I've had this I got this costume probably in 2011. Holy shit. I got this costume back
for Halloween specifically,
yeah,
or did you have another event?
No, for specifically Halloween. And then I kept it, and then I wore it a few years later. And you know, every few years, especially in the military, you recycle friends, so you can recycle like Halloween costumes, you know?
Yeah. So you actually bought it at a costume shop, or was it a secondhand, like used to be a real thing?
No, I actually don't remember where I got it, because I got it while I was stationed in Korea.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Do they have uniforms like that over there, just typically? Do you know?
No, this is definitely like a like America only type of costume.
You didn't get it at a fetish shop, though.
Nope.
You would
just
remember
got it.
that one.
I want to say I got it online somewhere. Maybe off of like a costume type of deal thing and had it shipped.
Oh, so it wasn't really from North Korea. Definitely wasn't from North Korea.
No. It wasn't from Korea. I just bought it while I was there from an online place.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah. What about you?
So me, I didn't realize how quickly 3 hours to showtime goes. And I was doing my little slideshow, and I'm like, oh, plenty of time, an hour and a half, no big deal. I was zooming through it, doing my slides. And then it was like, holy shit, it's 10 after 3, my time. And like, I have 20 minutes. I don't have a costume. And I've done the cop before because my former, in a past life, I was a police dispatcher, and our uniforms were the cop uniform.
Nice.
And then I also do my Star Trek show with Tiny But Fierce. So I had purchased certain Star Trek-y things. And I'm like, what do? I tried the red dress on. It was not working for the camera. So I pulled out the hosiery. I was putting on nylons for this. And I'm like, oh no, that's not going to work. It's just not going to. So I put my regular clothes back on, my tank top and my athleisure wear, my leggings. And I have a Dr. Crusher jacket. So
nice.
I am a doctor today. And I also have these like cyber glasses that I got recently because I'm like, I can use it at some point. They're cool. So I'm zhuzhing it up a little bit with a vintage updo. So without further ado, hello. Ooh.
Yes,
Anarchy cheerleader.
Anarchy cheerleader, right? Right? Out of like Nirvana and all that good stuff, right? I didn't realize. So when I first got it, I didn't have all these tattoos. So like a cheerleader was totally fine because I'm like, oh yeah, cheerleader. And then a few, like when I wore it the second time, still I didn't have as many tattoos. And now that I have a lot more, I'm like, oh, I'm like a hard rockabilly Gwen Stefani cheerleader.
Well, it was funny because when you told me that you were dressing up as like a cheerleader to like throw people off, it's like, no, this is totally you. This works.
It does, doesn't it?
If you magically pulled out the blonde hair, that would have been a shocker. That would have been a shock to the senses.
We'll see. And yeah, back in the day when I did have my hair dyed platinum blonde, I looked very different back when I was
Barbie.
Yes, yeah. And so Yeah, definitely I look a lot different, but I'm like, I could still fit in it from like years ago. So yay. Oh, that's so
Hopefully you don't have epilepsy. They change colors. You can do independent colors. See?
Oh, that's so
Yeah.
cool. I like the
So,
green and the red, or the green and the white. It makes you look super Irish.
oh. Well, it's just cycling through now, so we'll get to see what's a favorite.
I'm gonna have to put my glasses back on at some point to read
I'm gonna
chat,
have
but
and I'm gonna have to take these off because it's a little distracting. But
oh
okay,
yeah,
so
I imagine with the lights flashing right in your eyes, you're like, oh.
it's not terrible, but it's a little distracting. So I am doing a monthly grift stream nowadays. It's the
Ooh,
first Saturday of each month. It's a panel stream, gonna be rotating through people. So it's like,
that's what she
it'll be
said.
fun. Change oh my. Saucy. So I have my tier one was
Oh.
$100. I'm like, it's it's not crazy,
Mhm.
$100, and then you get Gothy Moxie. So that's
Nice.
fun. I am introducing a tier two in November.
Oh.
I haven't settled on a dollar amount yet because I don't want to be greedy. However, people are very generous, and I like dressing up. So
Yeah,
spoiler surprise, I have to advertise it actually at this point because whoa, ooh, phasing
your
in 11.
hand, right?
Wow. So tier two is going to be Cyber Gothy Moxie.
Oh, that's gonna be so cool.
I got the cyber locks and everything. I got goggles that light up for the look.
Oh,
So a lot of the stuff I have already. So
I'm
I'm like,
so
why
jealous.
not?
You know, I also thought about being just a cheerleader with a beard because this also works, right?
It works on you. I don't know why. And I mean, I want to hate it, but it just works.
Right? And I think it's because I have a small face. It can't look manly, I guess. I don't know.
Not, but it looks like it goes so well with your braids. The
Right? Right?
texture.
It's because yeah, it really does because it's so close to my hair color. And you just bring
What is a woman?
right? Oh my god. Oh, I was talking with Mrs. Fluxx, I think
I'm
2
still
days
here. I'm
ago.
just fixing something.
No worries. A couple days ago, right? And I don't remember what happened, but we saw somebody walking on the or biking on the side of the road. It was darker and she was like, "Oh, he's stupid because he doesn't have any reflective gear." And I'm like, "I think it was a she."
Oh,
Cuz I think I saw boobs and she just looks at me and she goes, "Boobs doesn't mean woman these days. You got to be careful." And I'm like, "Oh god,
it's
that's
true.
so true. That's so
It's very
true."
true. Why are my lights being weird? Oh no, the glasses leave a little mark on my nose.
Oh no. Man, I
My nose.
scratched I scratched my nose in my sleep. Oh, there it is. In my sleep a couple weeks ago, and I like keep scratching it, and because my glasses sit right on it, it's like a forever like dent now. I love it. I love it.
Oh, your motto, what are you saying oh no about?
Oh
I
no.
missed the time. Oh no. So this is I missed you.
I know it's
This
been
thing is kind of
I love it. I've been absent recently, but I'm trying to like get back into the swing of things. So I'm like I'm here more now. Don't worry. But I miss you. It's been a minute. How's life been? How's stuff been?
I have a new intro on my regular show. And
Ooh.
the part well, you're in it a couple of times. But there's one in
Ooh.
particular. So let me find it real quick. It is
Ooh.
adorable. You are adorable.
I
Let me
I can't help it.
Oh, got Jacob Castro. Sup, savages? Hello.
Was that my
I'm
dude? I feel like I
I'm
just look way too girly. Like I'm distracting myself. I'm like I do not look like me, and it's distracting.
I mean, you look great. I mean, it's weird though
Thank
when
you.
I
Yeah.
I did a photo shoot one time with this photographer who I love. She does a lot of pinup work, and
Ooh, nice.
there was a makeup artist there that did my makeup, and she did it so differently than I normally do. I'm like,
Mhm.
I don't look like me. This is weird. And I still look at those pictures. I'm like, I don't see it. It's bizarre.
Right? It's weird that that happens because there's a couple of pictures where it's just either my hair's different or my glasses are different. I'm like, "That totally does not look like me at all. I can't find myself." And it's weird.
You know, I could probably find things better if I sort by date instead of looking at it going, what is this nonsense? My computer is embarrassing. I had somebody help me recently with OBS stuff, and
Ooh, I tried
I
that
shared
one.
I shared my desktop, and he's like, "What is that?" I'm like, I know, I was trying to create a new folder and just throw everything in it before you saw, but I didn't have time.
Like, you have no organization at all?
It got away from me. I I did, and I tried, but then it's just, and that's like, oh, I'm just going to save it to my desktop because it'll be easier for me to find when I upload it to do something else with it.
Oh,
And then
yeah.
it just got out of hand.
I have, like, starts of folders where I definitely have folders and things are sorted, but it's, like, half sorted where I could finish putting everything into the files that I made, but, like, I'll do that later. I think
Twilight
that's
Zone.
the
What?
ADHD.
Oh, I have so many more files here that I forgot about because, okay, so making the
Oh my
intro, it
god.
took lots of different files. And then someone was going to help me, like maybe try a different one. And so I sent each of those clips as separate files. I'm like, why are there so many things? I didn't
Wow.
create this that long ago. Um, new intro, new intro, new intro. Hi, everybody.
Alright,
Hello.
I gotta put my glasses on chat because I gotta see what you guys are saying. I can't I can see without my glasses, I just can't read without my glasses.
Alex is a sexy cheerleader.
Aw, thank you.
This one
You
doesn't have
know,
audio.
I feel like we need more reasons to dress up more often.
Agreed. Agreed.
Yeah.
You know what? I'm just gonna share my whole screen because I found it, but not the MP4 version. I have the glasses make a big difference.
They do, I feel like I look a lot more like me now. Maybe, I don't know.
What's my pop out option?
Right there. Right
Do you
there.
pop out at parties? Are you unpopular? Oh, that's little
Wait,
Loddle. Bit of Loddle.
hold on, I need to remember what that's from. What's that from?
Let's bit of Loddle. Vita Meta Vegemin. It's got meat. It's got vitamins.
I Love Lucy.
Yes.
I
My
love
girl.
that so when she's doing the Vita commercial and it's like half alcohol and she keeps shooting it until she gets super hammered.
They're like, another take, another take. It's like all alcohol.
Oh, you gotta
It's
love the
fantastic. I want to do
right?
a version of that, but it's still in the works. It hasn't spoken to me yet, but it's there.
Nice.
Oh, gas intro, GA intro. Is this it? Now I'm just like so irritated that I can't find it. I'm like, I can't move on. I will though. So have no fear. Oh,
So,
there it is.
yay!
I'm so sorry.
Mrs. Fluxx got me new plugs for our anniversary, like as a gift. And they say they don't say flux, but they say flux around and find out. Flux around, find out. I love it.
Oh. Okay, so we don't have to watch the whole intro, but I just want to find the spot. So let's get the audio shared. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So my friend Brian, you want to stream with him before.
Yeah.
Guy musician.
Yeah.
He made this track just for me for my intro.
Oh, that's awesome.
So cool. As you can hear, here is. Sorry, making you listen to an intro again, but he hasn't heard it.
I like it.
down so much.
Oh,
You know what? We're just gonna watch it because you're in there somewhere. It would take me longer to find it at this point than just to watch it.
no worries. God, older movies were so much better, and women
So great.
like how is that not still a style?
Right. Cody loves his Fluxx. He always talks about you.
Oh, I love Cody.
I'm on his guest the other week. I'm like, it's amazing.
I saw that for I popped in for a few minutes on that, and I was like, oh,
there you are.
hey, oh,
The wink.
oh my.
All right, we don't have to listen to the music, but you're just so cute. You're in your beard and the wink.
Oh my god, I forgot. Yeah, I throw a wink in there every once in a while.
I'm a winker. Did you know that can be a microaggression or something? Winking
Really?
at somebody without consent because they did not give you permission to gesture at them romantically or cheeky. Like that was a new one for me recently, I heard.
I wink at people all the time as like I do it sarcastically and like a don't say something and like you know what
Mm-hmm.
there are several reasons to wink, like don't say shit, like what?
Keep it on the down low.
Right? Yeah, like a lot of
Back
times
to
when
the
you're like,
cyclics.
just don't say nothing. I feel microaggressed. Oh my goodness.
Oh
If
my
you feel
goodness.
microaggressed now, you should come over to my channel at some point and you might get gifted a mocha dick ship and then you'll get dicked down by someone.
True story.
True
A
story.
mocha dick ship.
Yep, mocha dick shipped and Island dicked down a few people the other day and you know, our mocha dick ship is growing.
You love to see it.
Oh, we're bizarre and crazy.
Oh my goodness. So today we are actually
The Twilight Zone.
I was gonna say Star Trek. Oh God, I'm a mess. I am a mess.
Oh my goodness.
But it's Friday, and
it is Fun Friday. I'm so stoked.
it is Fun Friday. And today, that robot looks pretty freaking cute. Have you seen any previews for that? The wild robot?
I feel yes. I feel like it's gonna be one of those tree huggery movies.
Mm.
But it does look kind of cute. It looks like a mix between like Tree Huggery and Iron Giant.
I love Iron Giant. So if they can
It's such a good movie.
So great.
Except there's no kid. There's like a duck and then all the animals die and then he's sad. And at least that's what the trailer showed. And yeah.
Somebody once upon a time told me that Happy Feet was a good movie. I watched it. I'm like, okay, it's kind of cutesy. But then they went really heavy into the like climate change stuff.
Yeah.
I'm like, that was a boner kill.
Right? Did you just say bummer kill?
No, the bone variety.
Oh, I thought you said that was a bummer kill. And I'm like, did you? I heard that wrong. Because I'm
What's
like,
happening here?
I don't know.
My communicator.
Hello.
Oh my gosh. I missed you. Oh.
I missed you too.
So The Masks was an episode that I actually don't remember ever seeing.
Really?
I was surprised. I mean, I kind of figured out what was going to happen, but I went into it going, I have no memory of this place. So I went into it with fresh eyes. It was great.
I didn't remember it by the title, but as soon as I saw the cast and we always rewatch we should rewatch
Words
them
are hard today.
Yeah. We should rewatch them together at some point so that we like get our kind of commentary, but currently we just watch them separately. So when I was the second it kind of like started, I'm like, oh yeah, I remember this episode. It's jacked up for so many reasons. I'm just like, ugh. But it's a good one. I forgot how good it was.
It's a good one. I mean, it kind of feels good, right? It's one of those comeuppance type
Well,
of.
yes and no, like, cause so for me, I'm one of those weird people where I'm like, let me see from both sides. And like they're all dicks, but at the same time, it's like those are kind of your kids. Like, I just don't think no matter how much of a I would just not leave them shit. I'd just be like, screw you guys. I'm giving
That's
my
an
money
option.
to a dog shelter, and like I I don't think I'd go out of my way to, like, without spoilers, do that type of thing.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it's an interesting, like, thought provoker, at least in
Yes,
my
I
brain.
agree. And as far as like looking at it from both sides, he seems like an asshole too. Like everyone else is
Exactly.
assholes. So
Yeah. Because I'm
so
like,
this let's see.
yeah,
Go ahead.
obviously, like, shrewd businessman didn't they're that way for a reason.
Mm-hmm.
And that's my I'm like, they're that way for a reason. Mhm. Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
That's on you,
So
daddy. That's on you, daddy.
yeah, how about the parental responsibility for how much of an asshole your kid turns out to be?
Mhm. Because he was
Which
not kind to them
yikes.
either.
Which yikes, my kid's kind of a dick sometimes. Lately she's been a super sick. And so, you know,
Oh, good lord.
but that goes the other way, right? When they kind of get away with too much, then they develop those things. If you're too hard on them, they also develop that. It's a tight rope to walk.
Yeah,
I don't
I
envy
mean,
me.
sounds like it. I don't have them yet, but I'm sure I'll learn one day.
TiVo. They're making the farming of them illegal as of 2027, I think, or just use. Hmm. So would that remove dogs as a food item for the Koreans if they
I
eliminate
mean,
the
just because
farms,
they
or are
can't
they just going to?
farm them doesn't mean they can't still raise them individually. I don't know. It just
Any
the poor dogs.
the
There
dogs.
was a farm right behind my post, and it's like you could hear them barking all the time, and at one point a soldier like went over and released a bunch of them, and it was real bad. And but
Oh
like,
wow.
yeah,
Was
it
it
was
like a
sad.
covert operation
I don't know, I
to
think he was
release the
just drunk
dogs?
and went and like
Oh,
one night and vandalism and breaking in and all that good stuff. You know how Americans be.
happens.
Yeah. Save the dogs and all that.
Oh god. Oh man. Okay, so this was season 5, episode 25. Aired March 20th of 1964.
Question.
Um, yes.
Because here's my thing. Everywhere it says it's episode 25, but on like the thing, it says it's episode 26.
Did I type it wrong?
No, no, no. It's
Oh,
everywhere. IMDb, it all says it. However, on the Amazon Prime app, it's episode 26 for some
oh.
reason.
Oh, I didn't watch it on Amazon Prime. I watched it on MovieBox Pro. I'm a
Ooh,
pirate, I guess.
nice. We
Oh,
got
I'm frozen.
Prime. Oh no.
There we go.
We got Prime Video as a promotional like a while ago, and then we forgot to turn it off. So now I use it for the Twilight Zone episodes. It
That we do once
happens,
that we're trying to do once a month.
right? Right?
Hold
And
echo with George.
I'll be more available now.
Schedule changes or
Yes, so better schedule changes and some like different stuff. So hopefully we should be good to at least do it once a month.
okay. And is this time slot good for you? Because I know you like
Yeah.
earlier, but with the schedule changes, are you still
Yeah,
more
this is
earlier the better?
perfect. Yeah, this
Awesome.
is perfect. Oh
Awesome.
yeah.
Awesome. So the masks. Uh Set in New Orleans during Mardi Gras.
Mhm.
And the house staff are preparing for the family of this dying millionaire to come visit because they want to see him or need to see him, they say, before he passes. So they're preparing, and nobody is excited for their arrival. They're not even excited for their arrival. So,
Nobody wants them to arrive.
no, they're horrible.
Mm.
Uh, so he's having exchanges with the doctor. Doctor seems super sweet.
Yeah,
They
he
seem
seems
like they
like a
had a
good doctor.
friendship.
Yeah.
And they joke around a little bit, but about bedside manner, and he wants to know exactly how much time he has left. And he's like, "Oh, don't worry about it. Don't measure your life in moments. Just you're gonna live
I
as long
thought
as you
that
live."
was I thought that was funny. He's like, it could be a while or it could be right now. And I'm like, oh, nice. Nice.
Which is funny to me because the whole premise of the show, he's got this thing that he wants to do with his
Mm-hmm.
family members, have a nice dinner, and then wait until midnight.
Have a party.
All right.
Kinda.
So after we just get a little insight as to who we are dealing with, we haven't met the family yet. Mr. Serling here shows up, and he gives us a little more context. Mr. Jason Foster, he's a tired ancient who on this particular Mardi Gras evening will leave the earth. But before departing, he has some things to do, some services to perform, some debts to pay, and some justice to be met out. This is New Orleans Mardi Gras time. It's also the Twilight Zone. So buckle up, Buttercup. Hey, Yamato!
Hey, thanks, guys.
Welcome to the Mocha Dick Club.
Yes. We are the Mocha Dicks. We are docile until you mess with us, and then we'll mess up your shit. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You heard it here, folks.
Oh, this episode, man.
It's
they're just such snotty assholes.
From the time they walk in the door, they're complaining.
Yeah. They don't stop
Traffic
complaining.
was terrible. No, they're awful.
And throughout history, it's like, wow, like being rich, like they all suck. Like how has like history nobody been like, you know what? We're rich. We should like try and not suck. But no, it's like money equals assholian for the most part.
For a lot of people, for sure.
Yeah.
Speaking, you were saying you could just not leave them anything, right? If they're jerks or whatever. Jeff Goldblum, I was trying to think of his name. I always think of him as being Malcolm from Jurassic Park before I think of Jeff. It's so stupid. Anyway.
Oh, man.
He's not leaving anything to his kids. Is that weird to you?
I think it's kind of a dick move, but at the same time, it's like it's his money. It's what he worked for. Like, it's his choice. So, like, they can suck it. Yeah. I mean, that's the sense. Like, if
kids.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. They didn't work for it. They didn't do shit for it other than just being born. Mm-hmm. So I'm a big proponent of, like, whoever worked for it, whatever they want to do with it, like, just let them do what they will with it. It's theirs.
So an angle that I could say, maybe, it's a theory, hypothetical, maybe. What if it's his incentive to incentivize them to do something on their own, but he can always change his mind later if he doesn't, like, get run over by a bus tomorrow or something?
I think that's an acceptable thing too. Like, you have to make a name for yourself, but you like have a trust when you do, or something like that. I mean, that's cool too. Like I said, I'm a big proponent of let people do what they want to do with their own stuff. Just don't fuck with me, and I don't care.
You heard it here from the anarchist cheerleader. Let people do what they want.
God, I wish we could do anarchy so much. Like, fuck the government. Ugh. But I understand that we live in a big ass country and people don't know how to act right, and we do need a government. So, like, we're stuck.
Oh yeah, the way that I've had anarchy explained to me before, I'm like, I've never thought about it that way, but that's anarchy.
It's just no government.
But the problem is you have to have everybody in your community, however big or small, on the same page and be decent, right?
Yeah, that's why, like, anarchy, that's why I know it'll never work ever, especially on a large scale. But, like, if we broke back down into, like, little groups of people that, like, filled the land, anarchy could work as long as you get a group of like-minded people that, like, just want to be decent human freaking beings.
But yeah, we need
a little government. Yeah, just a little government. Just a little
baby
bit.
One.
Just a baby one.
Sorry, we are all over the place. We haven't talked in a long time, everybody. So this is catch up
Bear
for
with
us.
us a little bit.
Did you hear about the town? And I want to say it was in a Midwestern state. Their county officials, elected officials, board of directors, they were making an arrangement with a Chinese-owned company to install some sort of factory, and the town did not want it. So they physically and literally kicked out the board members that night, had a locksmith go to City Hall. They changed the locks so that the officials couldn't get back in, and they are forming their own board of directors out of the people that are the citizens.
Yes! That's what America needs, baby! Yes! Take back our
Doing it.
fucking government! Take back our fucking country! We can do it because we are the people and we have the power and fuck them. Sorry.
Should have the power, but they want to take your guns away, so
Don't let them take our boom boom sticks. That's all we have to like protect our own freedoms.
when the government wants to take your guns away, it's because they're about to pull some shit that would make you want to shoot them.
Amen.
Okay.
And they don't want you to, so they're just going to take them away. Yes. Preach it. Preach. Louder for the people in the back. Oh, that's beautiful. I got to look up that story.
There was a news clip that I had seen. I thought I bookmarked it, but I need to organize my bookmarks too. I'm a mess. I'm a donkey on the edge. Okay.
Ooh, nice reference. Yes, we need to take back our power. So this episode is shit. No, just kidding. All the people in it are shitty people.
Everyone is not an asshole.
Can I just say, the girl that they chose for the granddaughter, I'm not trying to be a super dick here, okay? However,
I love it when you are, though.
she's supposed to be all about her looks, all about beauty and vanity, and they picked kind of a plain Jane. They picked like there have been like, and the Hitchhiker episode comes to mind. She is so gorgeous. Like in black and white, she is gorgeous. And it's like in this episode, I'm like, I feel like their casting choice for the granddaughter could have been a little bit more refined.
Maybe though, maybe that was intentional because it's somebody who isn't necessarily particularly the most attractive, but she thinks she is.
That's
so
fair.
The ugliness of the attitude. I was kind of.
That's fair. I mean, she's a super dick too. She's an ass. Just straight up.
And they're supposed to be teenagers, right?
I have no idea how old they're supposed to be because I thought she was like 25 or, older.
So this is mom. That's the doctor. So mom is the millionaire's daughter. And oops, I went too far. And these are their bratty kids. A little bit of a douchebag. And we looked about the son that.
Quick comment. Staff Sergeant Adam Judeman says, "Yep, she's a veteran. I recognize the vocabulary." Yeah. Sorry. I've got a salty mouth.
All good. I wish I could hand you like power to bring things up yourself.
Oh no, it's okay. But yeah, I can see that because she's not like the most beautiful woman. So she shouldn't walk around as such.
Yeah, I can bullshit my way around to believing that. Because yes, they've had major starlets on this program, so.
Drop dead gorgeous women. This guy's stupid face. I love it so much.
So it just kind of like pans around to show how kind of like their body language is shitty. They're just kind of like, they don't want to be here. They're complaining about the traffic and it's Mardi Gras and there's all kinds of noise and people. Ew. Yeah, people. Ew.
Yeah.
But doctor's leaving and shitty son-in-law. Tell me, the old boy's in bad shape, huh? Doctor, who actually cares about his patient, presuming they're friends, because he's been treating him for like 25 years for whatever he's got going on. The old boy, you could just tell between the body language and the facial expressions, he freaking hates this family.
Yeah.
Not having known them off and on over the years for too long. Mom is before actually I didn't get a slide of this one, but the mom even tries to stop the doctor when he's like saying how grave her father's condition is and how he's on death's door basically or whatever. And she's like, "Yeah, but I have this pain. Something's been going on. Can you give me something for that?" And he's just like, these people are unreal. They're just like
Yeah. It's like
so
your
self-absorbed.
father's dying and you want to be like, "Hey, check this, can you help me?"
I think I
Like,
slept wrong.
like maybe we just focus on dad right now.
Mm-hmm. And you've got Junior over there. He's in grandpa's wheelchair. There's nothing wrong with him. He's just kind of he is too old to be acting as shitty as he is.
Yeah. Yeah. But again, maybe I think it's that rich people thing because I've known adults that they're older and they came from a family of a certain wealth and they're just like children. Nice.
So
Oh
and
man.
so she's a hypochondriac. Everything is always the end of the world, but only for her. She's overworked, she's overtired, but she manages along somehow because he's like, "How are you, dear Emily?" And he's kind of being shitty in his tone, right?
Yeah. Like I said, like he is a dick too. He's not a nice dude either.
He's not a cuddly grandpa.
Mm-mm.
Uh, so you sound like Job item. You sound like Job, not Job, because it's a capitalized J. I missed that. Itemizing his calamities. In the past 25 years, you've been at death's door so often. It's a wonder you haven't worn a hole in the mat. It was just a roast. He is roasting
Like
every single one of them.
I was just like, oh, that was a good burn. That
Like,
was
I'm
a
gonna save that.
real
I'm
good
gonna save that
burn.
one.
You've been at death's door so often, you wore a hole in the mat.
Hilarious. Oh, did you see the roast at the Catholic dinner that Trump was like? It was a comedy skit.
No.
Oh my gosh, it's so good. It's
What?
all over Twitter. Jim Gaffigan also pissed off everybody, pissed off the Democrats, pissed off the
Oh,
Republicans.
I love Jim Gaffigan. What did he do? A really hilarious, truthful bit?
Yeah. So,
You know, I met Jim Gaffigan in real life.
did you?
I did because he was also in the set on the set of 17 again because he played the coach. Um, so in one of the scenes, like, you know, we were all at the school and yeah, got to meet him. Real nice guy. Me and my sister got a picture with him. And yeah, I love Jim
He's
Gaffigan. He's
he's
so
been
cool.
playing he's been playing Tim Waltz on the SNL lately.
Seriously?
Mm-hmm.
How did he get on SNL? He's like super conservative.
I know, right? It
He's like he was
kind of tells you where we're at with everything, I think.
right? Cuz
People are
like
sick of it.
that's crazy because again, coming from the family background, like Jim Gaffigan was like the only comedian we were ever allowed to listen to. And I
'Cause
loved
it's
him.
mostly wholesome.
Yeah, mostly wholesome, mostly just funny, clean jokes and yeah, oh, that's awesome. Good for him. I'm glad he's
Yeah.
still doing good.
Check it out. It's amazing. It's hilarious. Also, Kamala did a skit with Mary Catherine Gallagher. The put yeah. It's so cringy. I couldn't get through the whole thing, but it was in preparation for her going to the dinner. She didn't show up. And so Jim Gaffigan calls her out and said she could make time for Howard Stern. She could make time to be on her name is Daddy podcast or something and like all these other things. He's like, this is like the Met Gala for Catholics. And she couldn't be here. And then he said
Oh,
Joe Biden's not here. The DNC made sure of that. It's like all kinds of
oh,
spiciness.
that. I love Jim Gaffigan.
I wasn't ignoring you. I flashed up your comment. Who is this? This is Fluxx. Fluxx is
What's
like
up?
hypnotic.
What's
He's
up,
king of the bigots
Hypnotic?
in a certain facet of the nerdosphere world. So
Nice.
comics and gaming, manga, anime, that kind of stuff. So the
Nice.
bigot army leader. I was not ignoring you. Yeesh.
Oh,
We
man.
got caught up in conversation. It happens. We're women.
Exactly. We talk a lot. Exactly. Thank you.
She's everyone's favorite lesbian, the resident lesbian.
The local lesbian.
Oh, the local lesbian.
Yeah. Cheers.
And I got her
Mrs.
first beard.
Yes. In case anybody didn't know, my life was incomplete, and I always used to use my braid as my mustache because who doesn't just want a cool beard? Like, who doesn't want a really cool beard?
I mean, I don't, but
Oh, yes, you do. You just don't know it yet. It's just, it keeps your face warm. I love this thing.
Well, you are always cold.
I am. I'm like cold 90% of the time, and I hate cold. And I do miss California for that. Oh, I know, right? I forgot to bring it down here too, and I was supposed to reapply it because, I've like been drinking. So yeah, it's weird to see makeup and whatnot, but that's what Halloween's for.
This is Halloween. This is okay.
Mm-hmm.
So Grandpa's roasting each and every one of them. He's being sarcastic. He's very facetious. And the son-in-law is such an asshole too. And he's like, Wilfred, I think the only book you ever read was a ledger. If someone cut you open, they would find a cash register.
Like,
and you,
what is that even? Like, when we think about it, that he's just like, money? But like, damn, who even thinks to say some shit like that?
Yeah.
Like, they're just gonna find a cash register in you. Your business is gonna put it there, probably with your foot.
So then he calls out granddaughter for being like super vain, and like she's like, "Oh, it's good to see you," and she's looking at herself applying makeup. He's like, all of you seen is yourself, so sure, that's nice. And dramatic mother. My father, dear horses couldn't have kept us away. Even my own agony. It's like, oh my gosh, this woman, she's insufferable. And John H. with a member for 4 months. Hello.
What's up, Mod King?
Excellent. Thank you. So the granddaughter, she wants to go out. She wants to go party, do the Mardi Gras thing.
Yeah, it's Mardi Gras.
Right? It makes sense. Yeah. And Raya with the 1. Thank you. No comment, but thank you. So he's like, oh no, I have dinner planned out for you. We're going to have a party here. We're going to wear masks because, that's what you do at Mardi Gras time. You wear masks, apparently. And what happened? Oh, Star Wars purist. Yes. Star Wars pursuit. He gets it. Oh, wrong screen. So, oh my gosh, this one. So grandson says, oh, that might be fun. And he's like, oh, it shall. Perhaps not the same degree of excitement that you get from torturing small animals.
Yeah.
Lay off, grandfather. That was a long time ago.
Yeah, that was a long time ago. Let it go.
40 years old. But the parents are supposed to be like in their 50s, I think.
Right? Like those two, they don't look that. What's up? They don't look that super far off in age, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anywho. And then he asks his butler house person. I don't. I'm trying to.
You don't think he likes being buddled?
I can't. Oh wow. Okay, so he's like, prepare the masks, Jeffrey, or whatever, And Arcus, and it gives you this like glimpse at the masks. They're not cute.
No. Not cute. They're not sassy.
Meanwhile, everyone's outside the window, parading down the street, getting drunk, and beads and stuff. She is bored as shit.
And she makes it known.
Oh, yeah. None of them keep anything to themselves. They make everybody aware how they feel, how upset they are. And yeah, you really dislike these people. At the same time, I'm like, ooh, I know somebody like that. Ew, I know somebody like that too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. 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 Mm-hmm.
Let it go. Honey, I'm still mad at the kid who broke my Starscream toy in 1988.
Aw. Oh,
So
man.
she's jabbering on, not quietly. She's
Mm-mm.
very loud.
Mhm.
Grandpa's being wheeled in through the foyer, and he hears her say all this stuff, which is just reaffirming his opinions about them, that they're
Mhm.
garbage. Sounds like a Sarah Boone. Yeah.
Oh my god, yes.
I only caught a little bit of the trial today.
Oh,
Good job,
man,
Jen.
it's gonna be so bad for her. Like, it's gonna be so bad when she has to testify.
Is she going to?
Oh, absolutely. Oh,
I
yeah,
mean,
she thinks 100% she's walking away from this. She has no doubt in her mind that she's walking away a free woman. Because if they just hear her side, it'll be fine. They'll
it'll all make
understand.
sense.
It all makes sense. They just need to hear her side of the story. They just need to hear from her. It's not intentional.
But
It's
we've
not
heard,
intentional.
but we've heard and seen the video.
But it wasn't intentional,
Oh, but
Jess.
it wasn't though. Okay.
Yeah.
Let her
Yeah.
go.
Yeah. Essentially, that's what she thinks.
That's
Mhm.
insane.
Like, that woman is insufferable. Oof.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm. Man, I do it's not really a pet peeve, but I really hate when people are like, "I'm so bored." It's like, "Bro, there's 1,500,000 things for you to do on any given day in any given situation. There's no reason to be bored at any time." And my mom always told me growing up, it's like one of the things that stuck with me is only boring people get bored. So I'm like, I don't want to be boring. So I'm
Oh,
like, I'll find stuff to do. Don't be
yeah.
boring. Don't be
Being bored,
bored.
being bored is a choice.
Yeah, 100%.
And this guy's so chuffed. He is so excited.
And he's just enjoying every piece of it way too much.
Which I think, in some opinions, might be a bad quality. To revel
Oh yeah.
in this
Revel in
stuff.
other people's misery and misfortune. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Yes. Oh yeah, man.
Oh
So
yeah.
after dinner, he brings out the masks and says, "All right, you're gonna put these masks on." And they were created by some Cro
Croatian?
no, not Croatian. Um,
Creole.
Creole. That's the word.
Creole.
Louisiana.
Mhm.
Thank you for filling in the parts of my brain that aren't holding.
I had a
Those brain
drill
cells don't
sergeant.
always hold hands.
Yeah, my drill sergeant, she would speak Creole all the time. And it was real like she would speak so we couldn't understand her when she was talking to her family, which is totally fine. But it was just really cool because I found it to be a really cool language too.
I
Mhm.
haven't really heard any of it.
I think like I'm pretty sure it's a variation of French or a variant of French or
Yeah.
French. I can't remember, but it sounds really cool.
Okay. So a Creole person created these masks. They have certain properties. They're worn only during Mardi Gras, and there's a ritual to the wearing, which is interesting because there's no ritual that's done
That's
before they put
actually
them on.
done. Yeah, I was waiting for that,
Yeah.
and I'm like, "Wait, where's the ritual? Is the ritual itself just wearing the masks? Or is the ritual
Ooh.
him, like, assigning the masks?"
I think maybe that's it. So one tries to select a mask that is the antithesis of what the wearer is. So you describe yourself, which is what he has them each. Well, he starts with, you know, Wilfred over here. And he's like, "How do you fancy yourself when you shave in the morning? What? Not hat. What looks back at you from the mirror?" It's like, "I'm an affable man. He's been an affable man. Likable. You know,
For a minute, I thought he said laughable man, and I'm like, "I get that."
sure."
And I'm like, "That's definitely not what he said."
So then he explains it. Now, the opposite of this amiability would be this face here. Look at it. Where it liveth it for a while, Wilfred. It has great subtlety. There's greed, avarice, cruelty, all of the character traits you don't have. Kind of sounds like he has it, though.
See, I'd be super suspicious at this point. I'd be like, "This is sus. This is
I'm not
super
playing this game.
sus." Mhm.
But
Mhm.
they want that inheritance. So he lays down the law, right? So you pick the masks, you wear the masks, the antithesis of what you think you are, because they are so self-absorbed in Delulu, they think they're amazing.
Mm-hmm.
All they have to do is wear them till midnight. So this is after dinner, I'm presuming late dinner for fancy people, right? So just a few
Yeah,
hours.
why do fancy people always, like rich fancy people always have dinner at like 8 or 9 p.m.?
Why do people like, even people without children, let's get this right. Some people without children, they go, hey, let's go get dinner at 9 p.m. It's like,
No, like that's
that's not
bedtime.
happening.
Bedtime.
I make and eat dinner after work.
Yeah, yeah.
I don't wait.
Mrs. Fluxx leaves dinner for me when I get like, so she goes to work, but before she goes to work, she cooks dinner and then leaves me a plate. So I eat dinner at like 4. I'm so old.
It's about 4:30, 5-ish at the latest.
Yeah.
I had to click on this because of the name. Beefy Five-Layer Husbando.
Nice. Nice.
Nice to have you. Have not seen you here before. So then he goes down the line. Now look at this face, my dear. The face of a self-centered coward. I'm telling you, I waited till last minute to put this together. There are typos. Get over it. The face of a self-centered coward, a gutless flab, in contrast to your intrepid valor. It's so dripping in sarcasm, or
Like just spite almost.
yeah,
It's
it's
very
very vindictive.
spiteful. Yeah.
So they have to wear the masks until midnight. Oh, the sarcasm.
Like this dude's face. He's just like, like,
He's
bro.
giddy.
Yep.
And they're bored and they don't want to, deal with his shenanigans. They just are waiting for him to die so that they can inherit everything. That's all they're there for.
Yeah.
You do see them when they first arrive, and I didn't remark on this at the beginning, but you see them looking around at his stuff. Like they're doing a mental appraisal of what they're going to be getting.
Like, oh,
right?
I want that, and I want that, and I want that.
Ew, I'm not reading that, Born Sinner. I'm not even flashing it on the screen. Get wrecked. I was about to read it because I'm so naive. I'm like, oh, click on a thing. Click on. Nope.
Oh yeah, I've learned you have to read the chat before you read the chat. Sometimes.
Very excellent example of that right there. Thank you, Born Sinner. And then she's just so bored. So effing boring.
It's such a bore.
I was like, oh, but Paula, look at that beauty, that insolent hauteur, that skin deep vanity. He's really selling it. And they're just like,
oh yeah,
fine, whatever. He has none of your heart, none of your selflessness. Wear it, Paula, just for a few hours. And the timid, gentle Wilfred Jr. who tortures animals over there. This would be your mask. It's a face of a dull, stupid clown, in contrast to your gentle refinement, your courteous civility. Oh my gosh, the roasting that was happening. Because again, it was like I was watching it for the first time, because I know I've had to have seen it at some point, but whole new world for me. I was like, oh, burn after burn.
Just not even, just torching them all right up.
Chucks the mask at them, and they're like, okay, what about your mask? And it's so annoying too, because the son-in-law, when the doctor was leaving, he's like, oh, the boy, he's pretty bad off, huh? And he was like, yeah, the boy, he's pretty bad off. And then when he interacts with grandpa, he calls him father, and it's like,
yeah,
it's gross. So his is the face of death, because he's alive. While he is dying, I shall wear the thing that stalks me at this moment. And all the time they're always like, oh, you're so cruel to us. Why are you so terrible? Blah, blah, blah. But they're sticking it out because they want his stuff.
But it's like, is he really that terrible? He's making you wear a mask, like for a party, like as a costume. He's making you wear a costume. Get over it. That's your grandfather and your dad. Like, relax.
Right. Surface value, not a huge ask. Worth it, I guess, for the payout. Only a few hours till the unmasking at midnight. So Paul over there, she's like, I'm not wearing mine. I don't care.
Yeah, she's
Junior,
like,
me neither. It's stupid. Like his lines, the
he's
way he
like, just,
delivers them.
yeah. I was like, it's the way he was just like, it's stupid. I'm like, oh, all right. Okay.
Let's go. Let's go, Junior.
LFG.
So he tells him, you just came here to watch me die, to put the coins on his eyes and start grabbing things from the house. You came to reap everything he's sown, everything he's built. He gets that. He still lets them have it. I mean, he's being truthful when he's like,
Yeah.
just wear the mask till midnight. Everything will be yours. Right.
Yeah. Yeah.
If any one of you should take them off, you shall each receive train fare back to Boston.
I mean, that's still a good deal too. If you don't want to
Right?
wear the mask, like he'll still pay for your way home.
And you don't want to deal with traffic, you know?
Right? He's not forcing you to do this. He's giving you a way out.
Sure. So, son-in-law, well, we won't be spoil sports. If this is your pleasure, father will indulge you.
Mm.
His Junior over there.
Oh,
The
Lord.
expressions. Hey, this was a really cool episode, though, because so much is conveyed by their body language and their facial expressions that there wasn't a whole lot of dialogue. It
Yeah.
wasn't necessary, though.
And that's what I love about the Twilight Zone is they relied so much on the actors for the acting and like for the show and to tell the story instead of relying really on anything else. And I love that so much.
Mm-hmm. So then they put them on, and then you can actually really see them versus them laying in the box. They just kind of looked weird, but when they put them on, they look so much more grotesque and shadowy. They might have zhuzhed them up for the shot.
Yeah. Yeah, like make the low lights a little lower, highlights a little higher and whatnot, just to kind of really make it pop. Yeah. I'd agree with that.
And so then it shows each of their masks.
Such a stupid face. Oh, Lord.
Adam revealed with the what emoji that we can't see on here. And then he's just so happy. He's smirking. It's like he's a cooking up of something.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my gosh. It reminds me of my mother.
Oh, Lord.
She's a bit dramatic. That's all. But it does look like a lot of those the classic theater masks, the despair and joy.
Yeah, it does, doesn't it? I like that.
They just look distorted.
Mm-hmm.
I'm getting told it does look like your mom.
Oh, Lord.
And so looks almost like that last episode that we did watch some weeks ago. The Eye of the Beholder.
Yes, that's what I was also thinking about. They're very kind of Eye of the Beholdery.
Mm-hmm. And his is super cool.
Yeah.
This looks pretty rad.
Yeah.
And he's like, no, we wait. To be fair, not a whole lot of fun just to sit around and wait for a few hours for midnight.
Mm-hmm.
I'd be like looking around the corners, looking in the shadows, like, what's going on here? He could have offered, let's play some games, let's have a fun evening. He said it's a party.
That's what I was thinking. I'm like, where's the music? Where's the like terrible small talk?
Mm-hmm.
But no, we're just gonna watch him die.
Yep. Not long. So what is it? 10 o'clock on the clock there?
It either looks like 10 or it looks like 5 minutes to midnight. I can't tell.
Sorry. Maybe 10 minutes to midnight. Yeah, little hand, big hand.
Could be.
Okay, so 10 more
I can't
minutes,
really
like the remainder of the episode.
Yeah.
And she's getting to be herself and dramatic. I'm suffocating. I'm really suffocating. Calm your tits, Emily. Ugh. And he's like, this is the worst. I've had it. It's like you're so close to the finish line.
Right? It's like just relax, bro. Like he
Take
said,
a nap.
midnight. Like yeah, go to sleep. Like chill. Seems like a comfy couch.
And she doesn't
When
care.
when she starts freaking out, I can't stand this. I'm like, I get it. I was there in 2020. I get it. But like, also you're in your house and like you're not anywhere and like just chill, bro.
Womp womp.
Mm.
Yeah, but it goes in line with their privileged existence where they've never had to suffer through anything. And the mom, while she continues to complain about how she's always suffering, she actually hasn't had to. So
Mm-hmm.
they're not used to having to do something that they don't like to do.
Yeah.
Can you hold down the fort for a second?
Absolutely.
Burb.
Yeah. And it's crazy because like again, it's been what, 2 hours because they ate rich people dinner at like 10 p.m. and then like hung out for 2 hours. I don't know. I can't remember what time it was. Yeah, spoiled people. It's just like it's the entitlement. I can't. I can't. They feeling a little droopy, little But I really like the Twilight Zone because again, they rely so much on the actors for like to get the story across. They don't rely like on the special effects so much. They don't rely on like in certain episodes like this and The Eye of the Beholder, obviously they use hair and makeup. And I think hair and makeup does a really good job, but it's very minimal. And like yeah, they'll use full mask or they'll use, like prosthetics and stuff, but again, it's really on the actors and like their ability to act. Which again, we don't see anymore because they use all the special effects, all of the CGI, and you don't rely on the actors or like actual scenery anymore. And I miss old Hollywood. I miss old Hollywood so much. I love old Hollywood. Things were better. Well, I don't know if they were ever better, but at least the movies were better.
There was still a sussy wussy in Hollywood, but at least
Yeah,
the quality of the films was better.
right? At least they put out good movies. Now they don't even put out the good movies anymore. And it's just very sad.
Very, very sad. I just want to make sure I didn't miss any member chats or super chats. I think
Ooh,
I got
I
them.
just kicked my disc.
Got that one. Got Rio or Rio. And yeah, I think I got them all. Okay. I get paranoid because I'm like, oh no. I get sidetracked in a whoa raid. A whoa raid.
Whoa, raid. Whoa.
A whoa raid. Clapping our cheekies. Oh. I have a camera.
I was like, I wonder if she's back or not, or if like I wasn't sure.
Oh, thanks to Toomey.
Hello.
Let's see. Adam says, I remember having to wear a gas mask with rubber glasses, combined gas mask pressure digging into my face for 6 hours. That does not sound like very much fun at all.
No, gas mask inserts are terrible.
But what if you were going to inherit millions of dollars for after that 6 hours? Could you manage it a little better than you maybe did?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I could. Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It would make it easier.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Did you see the show The Unbreakable Kimmy Schmidt?
I did not see any of that.
It's pretty cute and it's funny. But one of the things that she does, so she was one of the mole women that had been kidnapped and forced to live in a bunker for a long time.
Is
and then
that
she
the
gets
premise
out.
of the show?
That's the premise. So she is fresh to the world and she's bringing her light and joy because she's just a super optimist. And so one of the things, they had to crank a wheel down in the bunker, her and the other women. And she's like, you can do anything for 10 seconds. Just count to 10. And when you get to 10, you start counting to 10 again. You can do anything for 10 seconds.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie, I use that strategy a lot, especially in PT tests. I'm like, I just need 10 sit-ups. Okay, I just need 10 more sit-ups. Okay, I just need 10. And I I used the 10 theory. I did not know that was the premise of the show. I actually had no idea what the premise of the show is, and now I want to see it because that makes me think of Blast from the Past, and now I want to.
Oh my gosh, we watched Blast from the Past not that long ago in a Discord watch party. I was
Oh,
so
that's
happy.
awesome. It's such a good
Count my
movie.
lucky stars.
Pardon my French. I love that so much.
I love that movie so much.
It's a good movie.
Wow,
But yeah, so they also
all the platforms, we have 93 people. Welcome.
Ooh,
and hello.
Nice. What's up, guys?
Thanks for being here. We're just doing our derpy thing, just having fun. So
oh yeah.
thank you for
what
joining
what platforms is it? YouTube, Twitter, and
Rumble.
Nice.
Rumble's a backup. So I multicast in ever the event, you know.
Same. Except
purging.
I'll switch up between Twitch and Rumble depending on like what I'm doing. If it's more like just talking and painting, it's Rumble. But if it's more on just like the gaming stuff, I'll use Twitch instead. It's interesting stuff.
I have not used Twitch. Sonia, love you too. Hope you're feeling better. I hope I didn't miss any of your chats. I'm sorry, everybody. When I get talking with Fluxx, I don't see anything else. So
we're just two gals gabbing.
I know. So Vegas or Scotland? Or can we still pressure them for Vegas?
I think we need to push for I think if we push for Vegas, they follow. Although I was thinking, I was thinking, and I just threw it out there, we need to like do Florida one time. I've never been to Florida.
I've never been to Florida for fun. I've been there for work.
I feel like we should go to Florida for fun.
Harry Potter World?
Sure. I'm not a huge Harry Potter fan just because, again, I wasn't allowed to read it or any of that stuff because of witchcraft. So,
right. I wasn't allowed to either. When I first went to see the first movie, I was I was 16 because we were driving. It was me and my friend Emily. And she really wanted to see it, and I hadn't read the books because witchcraft, not allowed in my house. So we went to see it. So I had to tell my mom that we were going to see Shallow Hal, which is a far worse movie.
That is such a worse movie!
Right? No, but it was okay.
God.
She was totally fine with that.
That is so much worse than Harry. Are you? Wow. Okay.
Because the devil.
I mean,
I'm hearing laughter from across the house right now.
Shallow. Wow.
Right?
Wow.
And then she asked me to explain the movie, which I did not see. So I had to fudge it. We didn't have IMDb back then. We didn't have little so based on the previews that I had seen, I'm bullshitting my way through that and called it a night.
Nice.
But yeah, Harry Potter was too bad. Stupid.
But so I think it's a cool, I like the story, I like the movie, it's all cool and stuff. But I'm not like, yeah, let's go. You know what I mean?
Me neither. I like the movies. I read the books later in life. I was a late Harry Potter bloomer. Also with the J.K. Rowling bullshit that's happened over the last few years, where she's the biggest turf on the planet and everyone's calling for her head.
Everybody hates her. I mean, see, and this is what people don't understand. It's like, bros, this is your problem. Why are you forcing people? Why can't people have an opinion? Fucking relax. She's not attacking you. She's just saying what she thinks.
Oh my God. Okay, so one of the things that Trump said at the dinner last night, because Chuck Schumer was sitting to his left of the podium.
Nice.
And he says that, don't worry, Chuck. If Kamala doesn't win, the left is so woke, you may still have a chance to be the first woman president. Oh, bring out the coffin dancers. All of it.
Get a mic and drop it. Let me get some aloe for that burn.
Right? Wow.
That's hilarious.
So freaking funny.
That's awesome.
He was just doing a bit after bit, roasting left, right. Like this guy was roasting. No, Trump was on fire last night. It was fantastic.
Oh, that is great.
And Chuck Schumer was laughing at some of the things. So I was like, okay.
That's awesome.
Let's see. Fluxx should be our president. She would do much better than the yo-yos in charge. She would.
Oh God, but I don't know. People would think I'm a dictator because I'm like, y'all stop being so. I'm trying to watch my stop being so dumb.
Use the language.
Stop being so fucking retarded about all this stupid shit.
She said the thing.
I said the thing. God, I hate it so much. We're
over an hour in. I hope it's fine.
Yeah, I don't even know the rules anymore. I'm just like, I don't typically try to monetize my stream because I accidentally drop like the F-bomb in the first 2 seconds of my stream. So I'm just like, eh. But
who cares?
Yeah. But
you didn't say the F word, you were just saying your own name. It's your accente.
It's Fluxx.
Yes.
Fluxx.
The L is silent in your native tongue.
Yes. Of shenanigans. From the land of shenanigai.
It's your turn.
See, here's the thing. Why are people calling mentally challenged people retards? That's so fucking rude. Nobody is ever
with issues retarded.
Nobody is ever referring to those people. Why are you assuming and making that connection? Nobody is ever referring to people that have a disability with that. Nobody is doing that. Stop doing the whole I'm offended for other people and I'm offended. Oh, it's like when people get offended on my behalf, fuck you, I'm not offended. If people want to call me a fucking
as a gay, are you offended when people still call things gay?
No, because things are gay. Words have different meanings. When I say sun, you don't know what I'm talking about because I haven't given you any context. You don't know if I'm talking about the sun in the sky. You don't know if I'm talking about my kid. You have no idea. Just like when you say gay, you have no idea because it has different meanings. It can either be stupid. It can mean that you're attracted to men. It can mean that it's there are different meanings for word.
Ooh, spicy Fluxx. I love spicy Fluxx.
I hate when people get offended on other people's behalf. Bro, if they're not offended, why are you getting offended?
Preach.
So yes, no, nobody is ever referring to people with disabilities when they say the word retard. That's you making that connection and being rude as fuck, because why would you make that connection? That's rude. Right? That's not what that means.
Or the white liberals that on the behalf of all black people, they have to be their savior. It's like the implications baked into that cake right now make you the racist. Stop it.
Right? I don't understand how people don't get that, where they're like, we can't require IDs because people of color can't. Yes, they can. They're not stupid. Stop making them sound stupid. Retard.
So I feel like I have some sort of version of Tourette's at sometimes because I'm like, I gotta say the thing. I'm gonna say the thing.
Yes.
So there's this reference from Will and Grace back in the day, 90s sitcom. Funny show.
Oh yeah.
People were so mad when they found out that Will wasn't actually gay. Later on, it's like, he's taking away the jobs from the gays. Stop it. But the other guy, super, super flamboyant, actually gay. And so Rosie O'Donnell was one of the guests. She's a horrible human. But at the time, everyone loved her. She was a guest, and she was supposed to be this lesbian that comes into the show for that episode. And he's like, say something lesbianic. And she says, Home Depot. And then he says, Katie Lang, you are a lesbian. And that exchange has just been playing in my head for the last 5 minutes. So I had to get it out. Thank you. Thank you.
Home Depot.
I know I'm retarded. Home Depot.
Home Depot.
Is there a gas leak in here?
Oh, good Lord.
Well, you just spoiled Will and Grace for me. What, that Rosie O'Donnell was on it?
Yeah,
Oh
probably that
man,
one.
probably.
Oh man. So they all
Oh my
start
gosh.
freaking out.
Yes.
Oh Lord. Oh no, your camera went away.
I'm here. I'm here.
Oh, so they all start freaking out, and they're like, "You have to let us take them off," and they're like, "No," and the grandpa's like, "No, you have to wear them if you want my money."
Well, he's just kind of watching them eat, like freak out, and he's
Yeah,
just
and like
side-eyeing. He's not
kind of,
saying a word.
he's watching them kind of turn on each other,
Mm-hmm.
and it's like, again, y'all realize your situation and maybe talk to the man before you can't anymore.
Nope, they are too self-absorbed. Come on, let us take the masks off. This part, oh, I was dead. So poor Emily, she's really the victim here. She is the Sarah Boone.
Oh yeah.
This is about her. She's having a struggle time with her dad that she doesn't even like, but it's all about her.
Mm-hmm.
Are you feeling weaker, Father? Because he kind of like does like a heavy breath or like a jarred, kind of a, there's something wrong with him. He's dying.
Mm-hmm.
Are you feeling weaker, Father? And he says at last, a note of hope in your voice. It's like, ooh,
It's like,
ooh.
ouch. Ooh.
And then she does
Spicy.
the whole thing. Why are you so cruel to me? It's like, God damn it. There you go
I'm
again.
such a victim.
Poor me. And this was a long monologue, and I don't have to read it verbatim. But she's like, why are you so miserable? And he's like, because you're cruel and miserable people. None of you respond to love. And then he roasts them individually.
Mm-hmm.
uh, Emily, Patty hungers. Wilfred, he's greedy.
Mm-hmm.
He appraises things, but he doesn't value things. Paula is super vain. She's only worried about looking at herself all the time. And then Doofus Jr.,
It's
he brings up
Doofus
the small
Jr.
animal abuse again. Humanity to him is a small animal caught in a trap to be tormented. His pleasure, so he's a sadist. His pleasure is in the giving of pain, and from this he feels the same sense of fulfillment most human beings get from a kiss or an embrace. Like, he's twisted, right?
Ouch. Yeah. He's a serial
He's
killer.
in the making.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Oh
So
yeah.
I thought the monologue was good. And with the mask, and he's actually dying, it's like, why, very dramatic.
Yeah.
But so when I said that, I was like, oh yeah, I was zooming along with my slides. It's because there's not a whole lot of dialogue for the first 3/4 of it, but at the end, it's like gardoosh, all of the dialogue ever,
Oh yeah.
any dialogue you could have ever possibly thought of. And he's like, you're freaking caricatures. Even with the masks off, you're a caricature. You are
Mm-hmm.
awful people, and I don't like you very much. Just
It's
like that.
horrible that you're my kids.
And as he's dying in his chair, and now you're all very rich. Now you own everything that I've owned. Enjoy yourselves. May God pity you. His final words to them. May God pity
Ooh.
you.
Ooh.
Mic drop.
Ooh. Not
Yeah.
goodbye. I love you. Nothing. Just may God pity you. Okay. Okay. Cool.
I mean,
Cool. Cool.
that's like he cursed them with his
Yeah.
words on his
Maybe that was the ritual.
Ooh. You have to read everybody.
Yeah, you kind of like just roast them all and you kind of like hex them.
Savage grandpa. That
Right?
picture makes me uncomfortable.
It's just of the cat like, hey.
Yay. Oh God. So son-in-law, he still sounds nice when he goes over and checks on him. He says he's dead.
Oh no.
And then immediately,
Well,
at last he's dead.
The clock does strike midnight, which is
As he dies.
it's an important note, is the clock does have to strike midnight.
Mm-hmm. At long last he's dead. And then Junior, good. It's like, God dang, it escalated quickly.
Right?
They
like,
were actually
yeah.
playing nice when they were being the douchebags that we saw. That was them
Right?
on their best behavior.
Oof. Oof.
So now let's celebrate. And he takes his mask off and everyone's horrified.
Yeah, and they're like, oh my God. And the girl can't even look. She like turns into his shoulder. It's like, hold me. Yes.
And they zoom in for the great reveal of what he looks like after he takes the mask off.
His cringy. It was cringy.
It's not cute.
Mm-mm.
So he looks in the mirror, and then they're like mortified watching him look in the mirror, and then they all start to wonder about themselves.
Like, what if I take out? Oh,
There it is.
she took off her mask. Is she ugly? She got a turn up nose. I really like how they did the masks and the prosthetics. They did such a good job with this.
They really did. They made them match up really nicely. I mean, look at the detail. It looks seamless, like right here.
Yeah.
It's really good because there are imperfections in his own face. It doesn't look like it's, I mean, the nose looks a little clay,
Little
to me,
prosthetic-y. Yeah.
but the rest of it is
They did well.
very impressive.
Oh, yeah.
Makeup fixing that girl.
No kidding.
And then mom was the slowest reveal at the end.
And she's just,
yeah. At last, she can start suffering and write that symphony.
right? She can start suffering for real.
You've seen Singing in the Rain, haven't you?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
One of my favorites. So the piano player, Gene Kelly's friend, he gets fired.
Donald, right? No, wait. Donald's the main character's name. Yeah, no, I know who you're talking about.
So he gets fired. He's like, at last I can start suffering and write that symphony. And they're like, but we're hiring you for a different role. At last I can stop suffering and write that symphony.
Yeah.
It's a line. I'm telling you, I have some version of Tourette's in there. I just can't help myself.
I think it's like that same thing for me. If you say a phrase that happens to be a song lyric, I have to sing the song lyric.
You have to finish it. You start over.
Yeah, I have to just like, for whatever, like if you say it's going down, I have to, I'm yelling timber, you better, like if it's just if you say something that happens to be a song lyric, I'm gonna sing the song that it's in.
I have to share something with you today because I just saw it on the internet the other day and it's been in my head. Video that I saw on Twitter, but I didn't bookmark it because I am an idiot. There it is. Okay. It's actually pretty fun. All right, is it showing? Yeah, it's showing. Okay.
I wrote it. I had no idea what I was doing.
So, copyright pause.
Nice.
I hit play.
The whole second verse of that song is 80s song titles strung together as sentences because I thought it would be super clever. Take on me, aha. Take on me. You know inside you feel it right. You know inside you feel it right. Take me on. Take me on. I could just die up in your arms tonight. Just die up in your arms tonight. I melt with you. You got me head over heels. You got me head over heels. But boy, you keep me hanging on the way you make me feel. Boy, you keep me hanging on the way you make me feel. They're all number one songs in the 80s.
That's incredible. I
cannot wait to tell Mrs. Fluxx about that. She's gonna love that. That is hilariously awesome. Oh my god.
I love that so much.
And it's so funny because I think it was like just a couple days ago I was coming home and that song came on the radio and I'm like, what? And this is a song from high school and they don't play that on the radio anymore. So like I felt attacked and because I didn't expect to hear it. And then two, I'm like, oh, I forgot how much I love this song. And I cannot wait to tell Mrs. Fluxx about that. Is hilarious.
Isn't that great?
Yes.
Okay. Oh, so back to our main character here.
They call the doctor.
And they call the doctor. Doctor comes in, takes the mask off, and it's just him. No changes, whatever.
But he did. That's the change. He went from
that
life
was
to
the
dead.
Yeah. So midnight, the masks caused him to die, right? He put that on knowing he was gonna die at midnight. Because the doctor had said it could be weeks, it could be days, it could be whatever. He chose when he was gonna go to stick it to the family members.
Yep.
Petty.
Oh,
at the very end.
You know,
They're all just gonna be
petty
for life.
and snarky and it's great.
Mm-hmm. And so the ending, Rod Serling does not come back out, but you hear his voice. 4 people would come to celebrate, in a sense, let themselves go. This they did with a vengeance. They now wear the faces of all that was inside of them, and they'll wear them for the rest of their lives. Said lives now to be spent in shadow. Tonight's Tale of Men, the Macabre, and Masks on the Twilight Zone. It was a good one.
I liked this one. And it's just, again, it's the fact that they can take almost like a theater setting where you're in one room for an entire episode. You're in one scene. And not many shows can pull off phasing
in and out of reality. It's the Twilight Zone.
It's definitely their ability to like just command your attention for an entire, like, this episode was 24 minutes, you know, and not leave a single stage, like, and stay in one set for, you know, an entire 24 minutes. Again, that's not easy, because typically when you think about movies and TV shows and scenes, it'll be, you know, 10 to 15 minutes, you know, in a specific set. And then they'll typically switch scenes, go to different sites. Like, TV shows will switch up sceneries, and it's a way to keep your attention. Like, that's also a thing. And so some TV shows can do this, where they have to be interesting enough and they have to be good enough to just command your attention in one spot for an entire 24 minutes, 30 minutes, what have you. And, you know, if you make your story good enough, that's all you need. And one specific example of this is Family Guy, because it was really funny. Seth MacFarlane wanted to see if he could do it with a cartoon, and he did. It's the episode of Family Guy where Stewie and Brian are locked in a vault for the entire episode.
Yes.
And it's just them in this vault for the entire episode, and it's a really well done episode, because it does keep your attention for the entire running length in just one area. And I love that so much when people...
Yeah, the drama is in the dialogue.
Exactly.
It's not necessary to have the fancy effects and all that, because you're so honed in on the characters, and because they are so good at, like, theater performances. That type of actor is a lot of the actors that they use in these episodes. They are used to using full-bodied expressions, and every movement is intentional, it seems, versus, oh, this person's popular, they're not that great, but they're popular, we'll make $1 million, you know, and just plop them into it and have their name on the, you know, as a headliner. But, like, these are very captivating and minimal background noise. I think if we had more background, it would diminish, it would detract from the main source of, you know, what you're supposed to be drawn. Like, my dogs.
Oh yeah, I agree.
You can't hear them. They're really annoying.
I can hear them a little bit.
Oh,
it's okay.
But yeah, very, very cool episode. I'm almost glad I don't think I've ever seen it, but I've had to have seen it. Like, no,
right?
That's impossible. But yeah, thanks everybody for joining us tonight. And lots of
thanks for sticking with us through the off moments.
Those are side quests.
I love side quests.
Side quests are awesome. And I love your little wink in that intro. It's my favorite.
I do. I'm gonna have to show Mrs. Fluxx that, because that's funny. I like that.
You're putting your sword away, but you have your beard on. It's like,
it's perfect.
Beautiful, right? Okay, everybody, have a great night. Lots of streams are happening, so find your people and enjoy. Peace out.
Bye, guys.